And we're back. Well, this is a little weird. You didn't expect to find a circus all the way out here. There's basically nobody around here for miles. There's a rodeo clown manning the ticket booth. Well, there hasn't been a rodeo since the cows came home, so I guess he's just a clown. Ugh, clowns. Not a fan. They're so creepy. When I was little, my uncle would give me nightmares with old stories about them. Okay, apologies back. Heh, those old fairy tales, demon clowns and demon cows fighting wars in hell? Right. And supposedly rodeo clowns dress up like that because the first rodeos were reenactments of those battles and it became a traditional thing. If you'd asked me 30-odd years ago, I'd have said you were nuts for even considering what that might be real. These days, I'm not so sure. But that fella there is just a man in makeup with a crap job at a carnival. Yeah, I know, still creeps me out though. Why, hello there, Clowny. I don't even know how to... Well, I think I know what voice I want to give him. Same thing I've been giving the goblins. Okay, I think I'm good. As you approach, the clown puts on a basically cheerful facial expression that retail employees use when the last thing they want to deal with is a customer, but they're not allowed to say so. My life. Welcome to Barnaby Bob's perfectly normal traveling circus sideshow, ma'am. How may I help you? I'd like to run away with the circus, please. Heh, aren't you a little old for that? Sorry, we aren't hiring. Darn. Let's try again. I'd like to see the circus, please. Well, you came to the right place then, heh. But if you want to get inside, you'll need a ticket. And presumably you can sell me one. Why, certainly I can. That's my job after all. For you, ma'am, the ticket will cost 5,000 to meet. Say what? Does it seem a bit high? I promise you, ma'am, at this price, it's a real steal. Well, you've got that right. Why is it so expensive? Well, now, this isn't no podunk little traveling circus. We've got rides, games, food, and an amazing demonstration of knife-throwing skill by none other than Barnaby Bob himself. Who the fuck is he? Oh, the boss is a real master of knives, let me tell you. He does this amazing stunt where he gets a volunteer from the audience up on stage and throws knives at him. He never misses his target. Did you leave out the part where he puts an apple on their head or something? What? Oh, right, sure. My voice broke. I'm sorry. Tell me again about the rides. Well, I suppose I should say ride. We haven't had a single grisly merry-go-round accident since we stopped turning it on. Tell me about the games. Oh, we've got tons of them. Does 3 count as tons? 3 is more like some. We've got some of them. Tell me about the food. I'm gonna get a drink real quick, because this is hurting again. Alright. We've got your favorites. Popcorn, sarsaparilla with fancy new bottle caps, and get this. Did you hear about that new thing a fella invented? Cotton candy? Yeah, I think I might have. Well, it's still patented, but we're pretty sure we figured out how it works, mostly, more or less. You aren't doing a very good job of selling me on this. Oh, whatever do you mean? Attempt to outfox the clown. Holy shit, the downstairs neighbors. Okay, where am I? First you ask for an outrageous sum of meat, and then you describe your circus in terms that make it sound distinctly cut rate. Well now, if you really expected me to pay that much, you'd be doing your best to make it sound like a magical paradise. On the other hand, if it really is as chintzy as you describe it, you'd be asking a price cheap enough to overcome poor word of mouth. Which leads me to the conclusion that for some reason you don't actually want to sell me a ticket. Clown starts to look nervous. Now, let's not jump to conclusions, friend. I'm just pulling your leg a bit, clowning around like we do. It's all in good fun. So the actual price is 500 meat. I could buy half a horse for that. Sure, but what are you going to do with half a horse? The circus is much more entertaining. Well, alright. Let me just stamp your hand for re-entry. There you go. Enjoy the snow. The snow? Whatever. What about my partner? What about my partner? Partners, get in free. Thanks. Fucking circus. Just on to the circus. Actually, I guess it's more of a carnival, but let's not split hairs. And find it almost entirely deserted. There aren't more than a dozen other patrons besides yourself. There are a bunch of clowns around. Working at the booths and so on. More clowns than customers. Damn it, which is a little unsettling, but at least the lines won't be very long. Got it. We're gonna go all the way left and work our way over. By the way, all the clowns are getting the same voice. I don't give a fuck. There's a clown here selling rubber toy balloons. When he sees he has your attention, he smiles and waggles the balloon at you enticingly. Talk to the clown. Howdy there, miss. Interest you in a toy balloon? What colors do you have? Ho ho, we'll just take a look. Red. They're all red. How do you make them float like that? Why, there's nothing to it. Heck, they all float around here. Ho ho. Of course. How much are they? For you, just 30 meat. I'll take one. Alrighty then. There you go. Anything else I can do for you? Can you tell me more about your circus? Really, it's more of a carnival, but let's not split hairs. Ho ho, what would you like to know? What are your traveling plans? This place you've set up is kind of out of the way. What are your plans? Haven't decided yet. Fucking goddamn it. I need water. I'll be back. Alright, I'm better. I think. Haven't decided yet. That's why we've set down somewhere a bit more rural. Keeps things relatively quiet while we scout around, get the lay of the land and all. Ho ho. Where'd you travel from? Was your previous stop interesting? Oh, northwestish. It was a little hole in the ground kind of place. You wouldn't have heard of it. Ho ho. Why is everyone here working here in clown? Oh, it's traditional. When the, rodeos stopped being put on, the rodeo clowns took other jobs at the circuses and carnivals. Over the years, it just became the normal thing for carnies to be clowns. It's a community, you might say. So who's this Barnaby Bob guy? Oh, the boss is a real famous showman. Though I'm gonna die. Though I'm not surprised you wouldn't have heard of him around here. Got an eye like a hawk, and he's a real whiz with those knives of his. Don't miss the show. It's a real highlight of the carnival. Okay, see you around, clown. Catch you later like an alligator. No. Hello. I don't know, I'm kind of enjoying it now. Hello? This appears to be one of those test your strength games where you have to use a big hammer to ring a bell. Take a closer look. Well, howdy there, miss. This here game's a challenge of strength. I hope you don't mind me saying so, but you might prefer one of the other games where you try your luck, though I certainly won't stop you. What's the game? Simple as can be. You just take this big mallet here and hit the lever under the bell, ring the bell, and you win. What's the prize? Ticket to the stage show. I'll give it a shot. Hit it not very hard. you heave the mallet off the counter and struggle to carry it over to the lever, which you don't so much hit as drops the mallet onto it, completely out of breath. The little bell striker doesn't move at all. Wow, is there a word for when something is so unimpressive it actually becomes impressive as a result? Grumble. That was good. I enjoyed that. Hold on, how much experience do I have? How much kind of pumping this shit? Okay, what's my mysticality now? 18. Effective 18. So I need 30, right? That's plus 3. It's plus 6. So can of tuna and elegant hot dog, but what else we got? We could drink 2 of those. I don't use Stardust, but I don't think I have a choice. Sir, yes, sir. Sir, yes, sir. Let me eat the can of tuna. Which one gives you Moxie? Let me eat the saucy dog. I want to go test strength again. What's the game? Okay, I'll give it a shot. Hit it quite hard. You pick up the mallet and take a deep breath and smash the lever with a mighty string. The little bell striker makes it nearly, but not quite, to the bell. Well, now that was very close. Not a grand prize winner, but it's the best I've seen today. That's gotta be worth something. He hands you a teddy bear. Goes in your offhand, you get melee damage. Test your mind. Step right up, miss. Step right up. If I may say so, you're the look of an intelligent, learned individual about you, and I happen to have a game here to put those faculties to the test. What's the game? It's the simplest guessing game imaginable. I've got a standard deck of playing cards here. I show you all the faces, and then I turn them back over and start picking cards. You guess what cards I pick, and you win. You don't shuffle them. No, ma'am. If you can memorize a deck of cards that fast, more power to you. Or if you've got a touch of magic in you, and want to try reading my mind, that's fine too. Just don't dig too deep. Heh. Okay. Give it a little, because I'm curious. This clown starts picking cards out of the deck and holding them up with the backs to you. You don't manage to guess a single one of them. In fact, you can't even remember what the black thing that looks like a shovel is called. Well, good job. What's the game? I'll give it a shot. Give it a little. Clown starts picking cards out of the deck and holding them up with the backs to you. You manage to guess a few, but not very many. Don't feel bad, my friend. That's about average. Not good enough to win a prize, though. Darn. Take a closer look. What's the game? Okay, I'll give it a shot. Give it a whole lot. Clown starts picking cards out of the deck and holding them up the back to you. You guess about 2/3 of them. Say that's not bad. Not enough to win the grand prize, but you just deserve some recognition for that, my friend. Gives you a little toy stuffed owl. And then what's the game? I'll give it a shot. Give it your all. The clown starts... Hold up. The clown starts picking cards out of the deck and holding them up with their backs to you. You rattle off their names as fast as you can pick them up. He seems genuinely impressed. That, madam, is so remarkable as to be practically frightening. Looks like we have a winner. The show will be starting soon, so don't miss it. You got a CIRCUS show ticket. Oh, hold up. Howdy there, miss. What we have here is a game for sharp eyes and quick reflexes. Hope you won't take it as an insult if I suggest one of the other games might be more your speed, but you're welcome to try your luck all the same. What's the game? Well, on the wall behind me, I've got a bunch of thick-skinned, underinflated balloons. For 10 meat, I'll loan you a cheap, inaccurate pistol and a pile of badly made ammunition. And your goal is to pop as many of those balloons as you can before the pistol stops working. That's an unusually honest-sounding description. I discover making the set challenge sound exactly as difficult as it is only makes people more determined to be the one that beats it. I'll give it a shot. Shoot like the wind. Take careful aim and pop off rounds and balloons for as long as you can hold the gun together. Hey, not bad. Not bad at all. Not enough balloons for our grand prize, but that's worth a little something. He gives you a little toy's cat. And I'm curious what happens when you fuck up. You awkwardly fumble the ammo into the pistol and fire until it's empty, at which point you can't figure out how to get it back open and put more in. Wow, not a single balloon popped. I didn't tell you the rules, right? How popping the balloons is actually the goal of the game? Grumble. The stage show ain't till later. When? Later. Yeah, but when exactly? Later. He's the muscular clown. He gets a slightly different voice. Merry-go-round has a dirty canvas tarp over it. Read sign condemned until further notice. We encourage anyone suffering from horse bites to consult a doctor. Huh? That's your partner? Clown's selling tickets to the sideshow. Howdy, miss. Can I enter you in the wondrous and mysterious delights of the sideshow? What all do you have in there? Secrets, mysteries, things too weird to be and disturbing to be witnessed by the light of day. Freaks? Not just freaks. Gosh, how much does it cost? For you, 300 meat. And for everyone else, 300 meat. Okay, I'm in. You won't be disappointed. And in the event that you are disappointed, no refunds. There you go. Enjoy. Okay, cool. Sideshow tent is fairly large. Hold on. It's fairly large and packed with weird things to look at, like all good sideshows are. A few lanterns are hanging from the ceiling, casting flickering shadows around and making everything look more eerie. A clown is hanging out in there, presumably to keep an eye on the exhibits. He grins and nods as you enter. Come on in, take your time, have a good look around. Just remember, no touching. Look around. Based on his attitude, uniquely combining attentiveness and extreme boredom, you assume this clown's job is to keep an eye on the sideshow exhibits. Talk to him. Howdy, miss. Welcome to the sideshow. Thanks. What's to see in here? Well, down to the left we have our collection of spooky warped mirrors. Right here we have exhibits of clown eggs and pickled punks. And further down to the right is our freak show. Feel free to explore, and I'll be here if you got any questions. Ask a question. What can you tell me about these eggs? It's a traditional clown thing. There's a placard there next to them that explains in detail. Don't get too close, please. They're fragile. Okay. I wasn't done. Ask a question. What's these things in jars? That's what we in the business called pickled punks. A menagerie of strange and twisted creatures. Such as you've never before seen the like, captured and preserved and on display for your entertainment and edification. That's how the boss says it. Are they real? As real as they come? Ask a question. About these people. You mean the freaks? Ain't they a scream? The one with the giant eyeball head is my favorite. Nice quiet fella. Uh-huh. If you have questions about the other two, feel free to ask them personally. I won't want to be telling tales out of school. Since the eye guy can't talk, though, you can ask me about him if you want. Okay, what can you tell me about him? Not much, I'm afraid, to be honest. He joined us, about a year ago, maybe a little less. Where did he come from? No idea. Weird, ain't it? You'd think fella looks like that, you'd have read about him in papers, right? Well, yeah. Sure is mysterious. How did he get like that? Couldn't tell you. I bet you've got a theory, at least. Heh, well, maybe he saw something no human fella should have ever seen. Okay, no, we're out. Later, you're weird. Give me a second. Do. I wish this thing would stop acting up. Hello? Hello? Okay, that was weird. My phone is my chat. And my phone just, acted the fuck up. So I couldn't see chat. It, upset me a little bit. Okay. This looks to be one of those weird bent mirrors that makes you look all crazy, as if there wasn't enough crazy looking stuff in here already. Look at yourself. God, this mirror shows what you look like in clown makeup. Bloodshot eyes stare back at you from a pasty white face painted with an odd pattern of red triangles and the flickering lantern light. It almost looks like she winks at you. Brr. Look in the mirror again, and the clown you is still there, staring. Very slowly, her mouth opens into a wide grin, revealing multiple rows of yellow, pointed, shark-like teeth. Not wanting to keep looking, but unwilling to turn your back on it, you slowly sidle away until it's no longer visible. Swallowing hard, you approach the mirror again. It's empty. Not only is the clown you gone, you don't have a show of reflection at all. That's not terrifying. This looks to be one of those weird bent mirrors that make you look all crazy. Blah, blah, blah. Mirror makes you look really stretched out and thin. Your limbs twist and writhe like snakes as you move around. It's a bit unsettling, and your muscles ache a little sympathetically. You look in the mirror again and see your limbs stretched out like taffy, twisting around like the tentacles of an octopus. You can hear your joints creaking and your muscles feel like they've gone through a wringer. Sore. You are sore. Minus 10 maximum HP. God damn. That upsets me. Mirror appears to be... yeah. Your reflection in the mirror is short and squashed looking, folded up like an accordion. You spend a moment moving back and forth in the mirror, seeing how the image changes. It's kind of amusing. Okay. The shelves are displaying a large collection of strangely painted eggs. You see several shelves full of white eggs, each one painted with a unique pattern of colorful shapes. A small placard pinned on the shelves says, "Clown eggs. In the circus community, it's traditional for each clown to paint their chosen makeup pattern onto an eggshell. These clown eggs are archived for future reference to ensure that no one chooses a pattern that has already been used. It is considered extremely taboo to wear another clown's face. These must be the eggs for the clowns that work in the circus. You recognize a few of them, like the clown here in the sideshow tent and the sick ticket seller out front. Inspect the eggs more closely." Hey, step back, please. No touching. Sorry. Leave the shelf. These shelves are filled with jars, and the jars are filled with things. Real weird-looking things. You lean in a little closer to inspect the jars, and they mostly contain malformed and/or mutated animals pickled in formaldehyde, a three-headed kitten, some kind of ferret or weasel with 8 legs, a twisted Mobius loop of snake without a head or tail. Weird, crazy stuff. One shelf seems devoted to huge, gross, pale grubs like fat, featureless white worms the size of a sweet potato. The one on the end is larger than the others and has shiny black eyes. Someone has painted its face in an apparent parody of clown makeup. Yuck. Take a closer look. The pasty white face has been painted with little blue triangles over and under the eyes. The creature has a long, thin slash of a mouth as well. The area around it has been painted with bright red lipstick. The black eyes flash red as the thing suddenly thrashes in its jar, spinning to face you and stretching its mouth open, revealing rows of yellow shark teeth. You stumble back with a cry of shock. Gah! Got you pretty good there, missy. What in the what is that? It ain't a real critter. It's made of rubber and clay and doll parts and such. Got an electromagnet under the shelf to move it with. He takes a little push-button gizmo out of his pocket to show you. Should have seen your face when you jumped right out of your boots. The guy is a startling sight, even for a circus sideshow. His entire head is one enormous eyeball. As you look him over, he stares back at you. Not that he's got much choice. Talk to him. Hello there, I'm Myouren. How's it going? How's it hanging? Do you blink? Or wink, I guess? I guess not. So, this circus gig, how do you like it? His hand slowly curls into a fist, and his knuckles turn white with tension. I see. Understand, I mean. Take a closer look. You move a little to the side and lean over the rope to get a closer look at the guy. He's basically just what he seems to be at first glance, a guy with a giant eyeball for a head. You do notice two things. First, he's a odd lump at the, well, what you would call the base of his skull if he had one. A sort of crumpled, fleshy mass the size of a fist. With a squint and some imagination, it looks like the crushed and shriveled vestigial remains of a human head. The second thing you notice is that his ankles are locked to the legs of the stool, and the legs of the stool are bolted to the floor. Okay, we'll see you around. I'm gonna talk to you again. Were you born that way? Sorry, I guess that's a pretty personal question. Okay, never mind, we're out. The man is neatly dressed, though his suit is a bit threadbare and out of fashion. He's smoking a pipe and leafing through a magazine. When you stop to look at him, he nods amicably. Talk to him. Hello there. Welcome to the sideshow. My name is Douglas. Hi, I'm Myouren. Delighted to meet you. So, well, are you perhaps trying to think of a polite way to ask what's wrong with me? Yeah, you got me. Don't worry, Myouren. I am in a sideshow, after all. It is an obvious and natural question. Wait a minute. You said that last bit without moving your lips. Are you a ventriloquist? Not at all. Allow me to demonstrate. He stands up, turns around. His back is the same as his front. As his suit has been tailored with two front sides, and he has another face on the back of his head with his hair cut and parted appropriately. Ta-da! As he sits back down, his knees and other joints crack and pop loudly as they reverse themselves. Douglas winces slightly, though certainly not as much as you'd expect. What in the... Surprising, yes? A bit, yeah, how's that even possible? Douglas shrugs and holds his pipe up to the, now, back of his head so his other face can take a puff. Are you... What's the phrase? Siamese twins? Not exactly. It's difficult to describe, I'm afraid. two minds in one body with two faces? It would be closer to the truth to say two instances of the same mind with, as you say, two faces. You're right. That doesn't make any sense at all. The other face chuckles, and Douglas holds his magazine behind his back. Took some getting used to, that much is quite certain. Were you born like this? I would rather not discuss how it came to be this way if you don't mind. Oh, okay. Sorry. No apology necessary. Your knees must be a wreck. Surgery was necessary to permit them to bend in both directions. It sounds worse than it feels, I assure you. Why are you in a sideshow? With a regular suit and haircut, you could easily pass for normal. I have a contract. Out of the corner of your eye, you spot the clown making a gesture. You didn't catch what it was. Douglas clears his throat. Plus, well, it's quite the life, you know. Free room and board, travel the world. And you meet such interesting people. Talk to you later, Douglas. There's a lady here with her head sticking out of a hole in a large metal box. She nods politely at you. Talk to her. Hello? Hello there, enjoying the carnival? Well, it's interesting. She smiles slightly. Yes, I'm sure it is. Can I ask you a question? Certainly. What's your name? I'm Janet, and you? I'm Myouren. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you too, Myouren. Why are you in a box? That's a rather personal question, isn't it? Oh, sorry. I'm only teasing, dear. Would you like to see inside? Oh. Sure. Janet whistles to signal the clown and he moseys over. He unlocks the door on the front of the box and throws it open with a theatrical flourish. Inside, instead of Janet's body, you see a tangled, complicated assortment of glass tubes and pipes, ticking clockwork gears and pumps, liquids of various colors, mostly red, slosh through the tubes. A large bellows near the top inflates and then slowly begins to deflate. What do you think? It's horrifying. Like something out of a nightmare. Yes, that's an accurate description. I'm sorry, I hope I haven't insulted you. No offense taken. I've only seen it once myself. In a mirror. It took quite a while to get used to the situation. Examine her workings. You watch the various liquids slosh around their tanks and pipes for a minute. Weird, gross, but it is indeed educational. We know how to melee harder. How did this happen? Were you in some kind of terrible accident? I'm sorry, but I can't talk about that. Of course, sorry, it must be a painful memory. Her calmly composed face creases into a very slight grimace as she shoots a sidelong glance at the clown. Yes. Well, it was nice to meet you. Good luck, Myouren. Do. Hot food? What are they made of? Huh? No, that's not what were they made of. This is a carnival, not an herbivore. This is beautiful. I'm taking a small break from reading. These guys aren't like major, so. He spells it right. Sarsaparilla. That's beautiful. Tepid candy. Oh, he has a fucking slide whistle. What is this? How do you make it? You invented it? How much does it cost? I'll take one. Okay. Thank you. Oh, we've already done this. Hold on. I have knowledge, but the game's not letting me use my knowledge. Oh, you have to come back. Say, wait a minute, here's the egg for the balloon selling clown. Didn't he tell you there's another guy wearing the same makeup? According to the sign, it seems unlikely. No thanks. No thanks. Dr. Clown. Earlier you told me there's another clown with the same face paint? That's right, the other balloon seller. I'm back. Except I look at the clown eggs display in the sideshow, and there's only one egg with that pattern, and it's supposed to be taboo, supposedly taboo for a clown using another clown's face paint. Say, you're real sharp. Better watch out you don't cut yourself, ho ho ho. So what's the deal? You're right. There's just me. I walk around the midway and sell balloons at both ends. When people ask, I like to have a little fun with them. So you're not actually following me around? Ho ho ho. Why would I need to do that? You aren't dangerous or anything, right? Right. Anything else I can do for you? Know more about circus? Driving planes? Clown, Barnaby. See you around. Later. Is it time yet? I'm so confused. I think I'm out of stuff to do. Oh, hold on. There's a kid here. His lucky bottle cap. Nope, can't go in there. Gotta go to shot show. Shashu. Well, I assume it's in the sideshow anyway. You're referring to my condition. Don't worry, I've grown accustomed to it more or less. Well, it's nice to meet you. Already done this. Already done this. Oh, he comes back. Okay, ask a question. About these people. Huh? Oh! I'm a hero. These must be eggs for clans that work here, blah blah blah. Since clans distract you, take an opportunity to get a closer look at the eggs. You notice three things about them. Firstly, they're too large to be chicken eggs. You have no idea what kind of eggs they are. Secondly, they've all been broken. They've been meticulously and then very meticulously glued back together. Look like they've been reassembled after something hatched out of them. And thirdly, one of the eggs features a pattern of red triangles that you recognize as the same as the clown version of yourself you saw in the mirror earlier. You quickly step back as the guard clown returns. He gives you a fair amount of side eye, but doesn't say anything. That tears it. The clowns are regular people dressed up as clowns. Because of some carnival tradition, these are for real demon clowns like the ones in the old stories. You are basically in a clown hive. This is bad, real bad, and if they figure out that you know about them, real bad, uh-oh. I thought Charlie was distracted. Oh! Now that I know they're demon clouds, I can go in. The clown raises his arms and grunts when you approach. Ticket, please. Ticket for what? Barnaby Bob's Stunt Spectacular. What's that? The boss does a show. Yeah? Yes? Yeah. What kind of show? Knife tricks, mostly. Here's my ticket. Okay. Go on in. Show'll start soon. Okay, now that we know they're demon clowns, do I do like a deep demon voice, or? Nah, let's have a seat. Give me a minute. Okay, you take a seat, and a smattering of other patrons appear and sit down as well. After a minute or two, hold on.